Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our wonderful and beautiful little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful, and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you most deliciously wherever you are in the world, okay? So let's do our bingo calling. 27, 53, 79, 69, 23. My juice little hearts. Let's not forget the batteries now. Juice little hearts. Thank you, little hearts. You're delicious and bright. Now then, so we've got yet again another blue scar. My delicious little babies. Look at that. Look at that. So we've got another blue scar, okay? I don't know what's happening to our putrid government. You know what I mean? They're giving us some blue scar. It is, I still class it, okay, as a bit chilly. Okay, my delicious little babies, that's just me personally, you know what I mean? It has to get super, super hot, you know, for me to be going out in a T-shirt and everything, you know what I mean? My delicious little babies, okay? There's very little wind. There's no clouds in the sky. And that's our weather forecast in our old England, my delicious little babies. And I hope that wherever you are in the world, my little beautifuls, that you too are having a super duper beautiful and wonderful and delicious day, okay? And that the weather is fabulous, okay? Now then, so I've just got three bits of information, my delicious little babies, okay? And the time is, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? So it's nearly 2:00 in the afternoon in our old England, my delicious little babies. Okay, so I thought I'll bang out a video now because I'm doing lunch, because guess who I've got with me today? I've got one of my beautiful dear little friends, dear little Kaz. So how are you, my beautiful dear little Kaz, and how's your beautiful dear little family?
I'm fine.
Yes.
Things are all right.
There we go. Okay. So that's lovely, my little beautiful. Okay. So what it is, okay. So dear little Kaz, I did say to her, because I wanted to get my video done, my delicious little babies, you know, to my beautiful and loyal, you know, who watch me. Okay, my delicious little babies, and how I love you also. So thank you. How I love you also, okay? Now then, so dear little Kaz, I said if she'd like to join in, you know, then just please feel free, you know what I mean, okay? So I'm going to mention these three here. That doesn't mean no, okay? I'm going to mention these three here, my delicious little babies. So the first one, this one here, this is over 33 minutes long, over 33 minutes long, my delicious little babies, okay? And this uploader happens to have 1.77 million subscribers, my delicious little babies. So in the old space bar, in old YouTube, because these three are on YouTube, my delicious little babies. Now I am going to be looking at other platforms, okay? I forgot the one actually that I'm going to be joining, that I'm going to be doing videos on there as well. It's anyway, I'll tell you. I know the last part, but I've got to flipping remember the flipping first part. Okay. Anyway, but I'm going to be joining another one. It's nowhere near as large as YouTube, but it'll be another. There we are, platform that I'm going on. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay, and it's like where you can talk. There we are, more freer. Put it that way, my delicious little babies, okay? And it's a good job that I didn't continue, you know, like doing videos on BitChute with what's happened there, my delicious little babies, okay? But I'm so pleased that everybody's talking about this, because really, that's rather serious, do you know what I mean? But like I said, they're not going to get the better of us, my delicious little babies. No, they are not. I've got nothing across my shoulders. So in the old space bar, my delicious little babies, Gaz, so it's a capital G, lowercase AZ, then space, capital O, okay, Oakley, Oakley. So it's Gaz space Oakley on YouTube, my delicious little babies, can. And the video should read, grow your own pharmacy, 10 healing herbs. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? So it's very good, okay? Now, I've started to watch it, so I'm going to be honest with you, Martin Babies, okay? I've only just started, so I will be watching it later on because, like I said, you know, me and my my beautiful, lovely, dear little friend, Kaz, okay, and myself, you know what I mean? Because we're going to have a natter, you know what I mean, okay? And a catch up, you know, as you do, okay? But this sort of thing, I happen to find very interesting. Okay, Martin Babies, it's like dandelions. I was just saying before we came on the camera, I was saying to my dear little friend Kaz that even dandelions, you know, the health benefits, there we are, you know what I mean, that ones just do not get told. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Now, I do know about many different herbs, you know, cloves is another one. Cloves are about that big. I mean, even by chewing one of those, a clove, it's a clove. It's not, you know, like the garlic, you know, it's a black, it's like black in colour. It's like a little, it looks like a little pellet, okay, like a little circle pellet, okay, but that's extremely good for you, okay. So I do know about a lot of there we are, the herbs. Do you see what I mean? But I want to see if there's something here that I've missed, okay, Martin Babies, okay. So it's always good to know, okay. So that's that one. Now the next one, Martin Babies, okay. Oh yeah. So this uploader happens to have 1.9 million subscribers, my delicious little babies, okay? And this one is called Project, I think oh, my eyes itching, sorry, my delicious babies. Project, so it's capital P, Project space, capital H, happiness, in the older space bar in YouTube, my delicious little babies. So Project Space Happiness. Now, I do believe is it over 20 minutes long. I think this is about over 22 minutes long or something like that, my delicious little babies. I'm pretty sure that one is. And the video should read, okay, and then we'll discuss dear little Kaz, okay, if you'd like to, okay, and, you know, our dear little Kaz will join in. The video should read, sorry, made in Bangladesh. Yes, okay, because I really want to discuss this, okay, my delicious babies. Inside the fast fashion factories where children work, okay, my delicious babies. Now, this video was uploaded about 9 months ago, my delicious babies, on old YouTube, okay. I'll just repeat this again for you, shall I? Made in Bangladesh, inside the fast fashion factories where children work. I've sent it to you anyway. I've sent it to you all, yeah. Okay, my delicious babies, okay, sorry. So, yes, and what it shows is this, well, what I'll do, I'll tell you the final one, then I'm going to close my book, and we must remember to go backwards where we need to go backwards, my delicious babies, okay. So, I'm just going to let you know the final one, my little beautifuls, okay? And then I'll close my book, put my book over there, and then we'll have a discussion about this, okay? So the final one, it has 1.02 million subscribers, my delicious babies, okay? And, I've only forgotten to flipping right down the, you know what it was? I was too engrossed in listening to the video, plus going left to right because I was peeling my spuds, and also to look at the subtitles and I forgot to write. So this one is over 40 minutes long, my delicious babies. If you was just to please and thank you, type into the old space bar in YouTube, my delicious babies. That would be another way of doing it. Capital T, the space, little space, slaves, space of, space, space, cosmetics. Or is it show me the world? No, I have wrote it down. I have wrote it down. Sorry, dear little Kaz is laughing at me though. No, I tell you, rewind, take 2. Okay, my delicious babies. In your space bar, my delicious babies, okay? Capital S, show space, capital M, me, space. Then this is a lowercase t, the, and then a space, a capital W, world. So it should read, show me the world. That's the upload of my delicious little babies, okay? And the video should read, so please do forgive me for that, okay? That was my mistake. The little slaves of our cosmetics. Okay, my delicious little babies, so I'm just going to repeat that again for you, shall I? The little slaves of our cosmetics world. Of our cosmetics, sorry. Well, it is world, isn't it? My delicious little babies, it is world. Worldwide. My delicious little babies, do you say? So now I'm going to close my book. So now we're going to discuss, dear little Kaz. So I've sent these videos to you all, okay, you know, because I do not have a lot of, that doesn't mean no, I do not have a lot of, you know, who's on WhatsApp other than me beautiful, dear little small circle of friends, my beautiful dear little baby daughters, and just a few other numbers. Do you understand what I mean? Nothing, you know, I just do not like me dog and bone cluttered. Do you understand what I mean? With lots of flipping damn numbers. Do you know what I mean? But we're going to close the book and then we're going to discuss this. So let's go to the video first to do with the Bangladesh, shall we? Now we put our book over there, okay? So, right, and by the way, just let everybody know, I keep seeing elastic bands everywhere. There's actually a football by the bush opposite where I live, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I mean? Got these everywhere, and sometimes you've got the bobbles. Okay, my delicious little babies. Yes, I am on the ball. Okay. Now then, so dear little Kaz, right? So what this video is about, so I'm letting yourself know because you haven't managed to watch it yet. So I'm letting our beautiful little babies out there know that this is about young little bairns as young as the age of 8, okay? Beautiful, dear little souls, bless them. That doesn't mean no. And they're having to work from day to night to 10 p.m. at night. They get, what is it? Is it $4 or something, or whatever it is for a day or something like that, okay? Now, they actually make loafers, you know, shoes, and then they get transported to Italy, okay? And then it's passed off as these loafers are made in Italy. My delicious little babies. They show you with leather, because with the leather it's very tough, bless, you know, leather's very tough. So it goes into a machine and then they have to spend hours and hours and hours, you know, to turn this, to get the leather to the right softness, okay? Then you've got all the little bairns, bless, doing the sewing. The conditions that they're in is they're sat on the floor. And then when you look at their homes, when you look at Bangladesh, you know, that part, and you look at Bangladesh and you see how they're living. And then they interviewed this little, she was so beautiful, bless her beautiful dear little soul. And you know, I'm not just saying it, she had the face, the birth trace of an angel. So what it was, she was going to school, you see. She's only little. She was going to school, but she had to come out of school to help her family, to help her mum and dad, because she wanted, this little baby here now, she wanted to be a doctor. So anyway, but because she ended up doing the sewing, she said when she first started to do the sewing, she said she was enjoying it, but over a time, you know, and the long hours. And then so she gets home at 10 and then she doesn't, and she's only a wee little lass. And then she's up until about 1 or 2 in the morning because she cannot get to sleep, bless her, okay? And so the other reason why she's going to work, Mads Lustig babies, wait till you listen to this, dear little Kaz and our beautiful little babies out there. She wanted to be a doctor, but she's going to work to save the kaching for her sister to become a doctor. Look at that. And she was smiling. It was, how can I explain it? She was smiling. She was proud. There wasn't any jealousy or nothing, but she had the face of an angel. Okay, and when I was listening, because this was like uploaded 9 months before, and I've only just seen it, and I was talking out loud, you know, and I said, please let somebody help her, you know, so that she can, you know, to go and do her reading and her writing. Okay, but this is how they're living now. So what's my point to all of this, Mads Lustig babies? Then we look at the Western world. Now the same thing happened to Marks and Sparks.
They're making money.
Yeah, kaching. Plenty.
Because they know that they can pay less for them to do, because they know that they need the money.
That's right.
Which is not fair.
It's not fair, no.
Because it's like I got clothes here.
That's right.
To do a skirt over there would be £2.
Yes.
Then they sell this now.
Yeah.
Right, for 35.
That's right.
So
yeah.
Where do they get? It's not fair.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make money out of it, they should send the money there to them.
Yeah.
You don't mind paying money to give to them.
Yeah.
But they cheat.
That's right.
On them, you see. They say it's over there. They make blows to $1.
Yeah.
Or 50p.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not fair.
No.
On them. Even sandals. I mean, posh sandals.
Yeah.
And they can't afford it.
No.
But they make it.
Mm.
They make it, the fashion of it. Send it to another country with expensive, which you said Italy, France, or expensive places where they can, make money. You know what I mean? That's all they do.
This is what's happening, and it's just to be honest with you, it's just when you look, and then when you see, the bands in other countries, and
no, they're supposed to be in their bed, playing toys, or whatever, enjoying it, little child life,
or reading books and doing
whatever. You're not supposed to be doing sewing and doing big people work.
Well, if you remember decades ago, anyway, can I please just say to you, Mads Lustig babies, and thank you, dear little Kaz, for your input, for your view on it, okay? I personally feel it's putrid. That's how I see it, okay? And I'm pretty sure that you do as well, dear little Kaz. So, and I'm pretty sure that your beautiful, dear little selves out there will also feel the same way. But if we go back decades ago to Marks and Sparks, to Marks and Spencer's, Mads Lustig babies. Now, what happened was they got caught out, isn't it? Because what was this to do with Sri Lanka? I'm pretty sure it was Sri Lanka. And what happened is that the word, that doesn't mean that, I'm pretty sure it was to do with Sri Lanka. And what happened is that the word got out that, because they were selling like clothes, super duper expensive, okay? And just to find that, in these sweatshops that were getting paid pittance, bless the beautiful dear little souls. And again, it's young little bands. You see what I mean, okay? And I still say to this day that Marx's has never quite recovered. Yeah, it hasn't, because ones still remember, and that's why they were getting, like celebrities and that. Do you remember? And then they were getting them all on the front of Marx's. But do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we go back to that, you see, okay? So, and then we used to have an old shop. Do you remember C&A?
Yes.
C&A.
We used to have C&A.
Yeah.
We used to have kids clothes.
They've got rid of British Home Stores. They got rid of those as well. Which for your uniform.
That's right.
And then there's Clive Marks. So there's Clive. That's where my dad used to get ours from. Clive Marks.
That's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
you know,
Oh, is it? No, isn't the one up you know what I mean?
what?
Up in towards Sutton. I'm
Clyde
pretty sure there is
No,
for the uniforms.
no, there's no here.
In
No, there's no Clyde Marks.
Yeah, but no, but
I know what you're on about.
but I used to go and get. Yeah, but I used to go and get.
I know I used to go in there, but there's none.
Right. Oh, okay.
There's none at all. None at all.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's a different. You know where I am.
I do.
Yeah, but it's a different. It's all food and whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
That's it. But there's none again.
Oh, right. Okay.
Wherever you go, there's none of it.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, Martin, babies.
The only place where you know is in Handsworth.
Yeah.
Called oh God, what the shop called? They sell uniform.
Yeah.
Any size.
Yeah.
That's still there.
Yeah.
That's still been there for years.
Yeah.
That's still there.
Yeah.
But there's no other uniform place.
No.
And when that get cark up,
that's it. But anyway, but please, can I please just say to you, my little lovelies, yes, if you could please take a little look at that video. But I just want them to be helped and, you know, so that they can get an education. That's, you know what I mean? That's all that, you know, my wish should be. Do you understand what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay, that they're not just making everything for, you know, and for, you know, ones... I don't know. It doesn't sit correct with myself. Put it that way. It doesn't sit correctly with myself.
It doesn't sit correctly if,
no.
You know, correctly for anybody. The way the people treat them.
Yeah.
You know, they're just common slaves.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah. It's just disgusting.
To say that, you know, one country do certain clothes.
Yeah.
The other part do certain shoes.
Yeah.
The other part, you know, and then come back now and do Nikes. Because when I heard about, you know, proper Nikes doing shoes like Jordans.
Yep. Yeah.
I couldn't believe where Jordans came from.
Yeah.
You know, to be less to nothing.
Yeah.
Right. And look how much he's making.
Yeah.
And I think, boy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's wicked.
Oh, very wicked. What's taking you?
One Jordan pair of
yeah, but this is, but what I'm saying is that it's all material, isn't it? Everything's very material.
Everything.
And this is...
It'd be nice if they got paid properly.
If they got paid, if they had a decent wage, and how they can live in a beautiful little, you know, what they want to do.
Build up everything.
Yeah.
They don't want them to do that.
Yeah.
Because they know that they get paid less tops. So nothing.
Yeah, but it is slave labour. I do not give a damn what anyone says. It's slave labour.
Because you're using kids as well as
you
know, you're using children, you know, even though the grown ups are doing it, but they're using kids at that age. Before they go to school, learn them book and whatever, and they play with toys, not bloody sewing blooming skirts and everything. No, man, that's wrong.
It's just not right.
No.
I mean, it's a wonderful skill to learn because I was doing my sewing, but like I cannot go back now till September. I missed the flipping enrolment, didn't I? But I've nearly finished the dresses, so I've just got to turn the sleeves, just sew them just under. So and it's finished. The dress is finished.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. I'll have to show you tomorrow, my little beautifuls. Yes, okay. And the dress is finished. It's just got to be tucked under because that's the overlocking, and then you just got to you know, it's done. But not to worry because in the meantime, I'm going to be learning a new language. I'm going to learn a language. I've decided.
Spanish?
Well, actually, I could, to be honest with you, I could learn Spanish. I was actually sparing a thought, actually, you know, to do with that. But I was going to learn another language as well. Anyway, let's just go on to the final one because what I need to do is I just need to check the roasties a second. I'll be back in a minute, my little beautiful. Sorry, sweet. I just don't want to burn our roasties. Okay, won't be a moment. Thank you.
Please take it.
I'm sorry about that, Madeline. It's all right. My dear little friend Cash, she's really worried because she said, Carla, she said, you're worrying me. I said, why? She said, those lights. She said, she's afraid in case they burn my hair. Madeline, yeah, I know. But I'm going to be finished. She's worrying about me. Oh, bless you. It's all right, sweet. Thank you. Anyway, let's just quickly discuss because I've had to turn our roasties off. Madeline, babies. Now, then, sorry about that. I'm back. The final one was, this is called Micah. Now, this video is 40 odd minutes long, like I said. Okay, Madeline, babies. Now, I remember not so long ago talking about, to do with, it's a very similar name, okay, Madeline, babies, kind. And this is called Micah, which is spelt M for mother, R for indigo, C for Charlie, and A for apple. Okay, my delicious little babies. Now then, this is found in, let's just say, some very well-known makes. Well, they've said it on the video anyway. Chanel, L'Oreal. And this is to do with the cosmetics, okay? Now, who was talking? They went out to a party in India, okay? And what they were saying is that to find out, because this is all to do with the mines, all of the mines, okay? And some of the men are down there. Are you listening to this, dear little Kaz, okay? Is it 8 hours a day down in the mines? There's no safety. And some of the mines have collapsed. And so some of the dear women now, bless them, they have lost their husbands, okay? Now, they used to do farming. So this used to be all farming, okay? Then over a time, because, they mentioned, the hypoxia, fake climate change. Over time, because of that and the droughts, it is now like dust. Does that remind you of somewhere else? Is it Africa?
Just the same. I'm over here.
Yeah.
And when the mines closed, that time you were born.
Yeah. That's right.
That was in 1969. So, and the mine struck. I can't remember what do you call it? Where my woman did bury the dead pin, when she take all the kids and she buried them up the top.
Oh, Myra Hindley?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she buried them
that
up there.
putrid bitch.
She buried quite a few up there.
On the moors, yeah.
On the moors. It was near to the moors, the mines.
Yeah.
Near to the moors.
Yeah.
And the whole place, the whole of it collapsed. And the school collapsed and everything that run out.
Yeah.
Not much didn't find. It was really bad.
Yeah, well, it's terrible. But I mean, poor little babies. But poor little babies that had to suffer at the hands of that bitch anyway. Putrid little bitch. Anyway, we need to get back to this video, okay? So it's not that I'm being disrespectful. I'd never do that. But I just need to get back to the matter in hand because I've got to end our video today. So this Micah. Put it this way, okay, Germany has a lot of dealings. It's called Merck. So it's MERCK. Now, I happen to know about this anyway, okay? But what's my point, okay? They're there for hours and hours upon hours because that's their only trade. That's all that they can trade with is marker. Now, what it is that then it gets shipped to somewhere else. You have to see on the video, okay? Please, if you can, it gets shipped to somewhere else, okay? And then they're explaining, okay? Now, they're trying to make out now then that little babies now, and even as young as 4, they're trying to make out that there's no little bairn labour now. Well, there is, because there was footage that we are taken of it. Do you see what I mean, okay? But they lie. They lie. Do you see what I mean? Okay. And it even showed, with because one dear woman, what was her name? Anita. She's got 3 or 4 little bairns, and they've got a little goat as well. And well, she's a single mum now because her husband was buried alive. To get this mica, which goes into the cosmetics. So who was talking anyway? Anyway, so they were talking to Paris as well, old Paris. Do you see what I mean? Okay, so we're talking to them as well, okay? Now, towards the end, what I'm going to say, dear little Kaz, yes, and our beautiful dear little babes out there, is this. Even though they're saying that it's unbearable to watch, to see how enslaved they are, my delicious little babies, okay, on the video. But what your woman there was saying, I do believe it's in France, in Paris, is that, well, put it this way, it's like to do with the economy and to do with everything, and it's all ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. So in other words, this will still, there we are, go on, okay? Now they have certificates and things like this. You really need to take a look at it, my delicious little babies, okay? But they lie, saying that these little bairns now, bless the beautiful dear little souls, do not gather anything, any mica or anything, okay? But this is a barefaced lie, my delicious little babies, okay? And, if you look at these videos as well, I think it's that one. I think there's it's in one of them where a dear woman, she does not even know her age because her mummy and daddy, they could not remember when they had her. Look at that, my delicious babies. I mean, you should not have, in this day and age, where you cannot read or cannot write. Okay? There's a lot in both of these videos, my delicious babies. And if you notice, with all 3 of these videos, they have over 1 million subscribers. Okay? With myself, I just want to highlight it. I mean, I used to love, the Chanel. My favourite was, I'm going back decades now, but I used to love the Coco Chanel. But let me tell you, I soon went off it. You know what it is? I feel that once you know and you see,
And you have.
And I have.
Yeah.
I did hear little because she said, and you have, okay? I do not. It just makes me feel.
Guilty?
Yes, you feel the guilt, you feel the sadness, because for myself too, have taken, there we are, part in this. Do you see what I mean? That's how I feel.
Look how much it costs now.
Yeah,
Over £100 for it.
yeah.
They don't care.
And then, there's something else, like when they cut down the trees.
Yes.
And then anyway, and then the other thing is, that's what I forgot to say. And they cut down the logs now, and then they use it for the sawdust, and then they use it, and for like for the what's it called, the like the wood chip that you'd have outside your home or something like that now then, yeah, and then they sell that, and then of course they transport trees from other countries, right, into other countries to make things now that's super duper expensive, okay, my delicious babies, okay? So when they tell everybody that all of this is green and everything like that, there we are, it's a crock of effing shit, my delicious babies, that is what it is, okay? So, but once you know, you cannot unknow. It's really, put it this way, when I look, I mean, I've never been one to wear a lot of makeup anyway, have I? I've never been in it, all the years you've known me.
I don't wear makeup.
No, and dear, look, Cash, you don't wear makeup, bless. but, you know, I was never a big makeup fan anyway. Do you know what I mean? Okay. I mean, I don't wear jewellery, and these are just like £1.99 earrings, £1.99. It's just for the camera. As soon as I'm off the camera, these just come out. Do you see what I mean? Okay. So, and with myself, you know, do you know what I mean? Because I see things that we are differently, and I have done over the years, it's like I really feel it in my heart. That's the point I'm making, Mads Lishlik Babies, without boring you all. I feel it in my heart, and it just doesn't sit right with myself. But it's amazing, these, you know, these larger industries and everything. And of course, it's in, you know, it's in your mascara, it's in your blush, it's in your lipstick. It's in some shampoo, hair products, and also, what is it on as well? Which video was it now? I think it's that one. It's on, you know, the paint on the car, that the spray. It's in that as well. Okay, it's in everything. Okay, so this is that we are very serious, Mads Lishlik Babies. Okay.
Or they can make money.
Yeah, and it's just disgusting.
The advertising for you to get into it, to say yes, buy this, and then in your hands, oh, let's have a go, let's have how it goes.
But look how they took the farming away. So they took the farming away, you know, for ones to be able to make a living and to eat properly and everything, and then in exchange for dust and rocks. Do you know what I mean, Mads Lishlik Babies? It's damn well effing disgusting, man. We all of it. It's just putrid. And that is how I feel. And I know that my videos never get out. Well, that's just the way it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? This is how it rocks and rolls with old YouTube. But let me tell you, I'm not going to shut my mouth. I'm not going to shut my trap. You know what I mean? Is what I feel is wrong. Do you see what I mean? Okay? Just like all the terrible experiments they've done on our beautiful little babies, animals, and little rats and little mice and everything. They never needed to do any of that. Never needed to do any of it. It's what you call effing cruelty, man. That's what you call it. I'm not shouting at you, my beautiful little babies. I'm not shouting at you, my dear little Kaz, dear little rubes, my beautiful little rubes, because my beautiful little Maisie moves out. But it's just, I'm just really, there we are, passionate about what I talk about, Mads Lishlik Babies, and I just do not like it. You know, there should be, you know, one should get a decent wage, should be able to live, you know, not just spend, you know, flipping 8 to 10 hours working for, well, virtually for nothing. Do you know what I mean, Mads Lishlik Babies? It's damn well disgusting, and no little Ben should have to go through that. But anyway, that's the video, Mads Lishlik Babies, because I have gone on. How many minutes is it? Yeah, so I think is it 37? Okay, Mads Lishlik Babies, okay, nearly 38. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to say today, Mads Lishlik Babies. Do you know what I mean? I've known about there are things now over the years, okay, but the more and more that you hear, it saddens me. It truly, truly saddens me. It really, really does, you know. Okay, and I'm just going to leave my video like that. So wherever you are in the world, please have a super duper delicious time. You only get one life, my little beautifuls that you all are. And please take care of yourselves, and please try to take care of others, and send in peace, love, harmony and bright blessings to each and every one of you. And may your beautiful little selves and your beautiful little families all be fully protected. Okay, my little lovelies, and please try to keep the vibration up. I mean, I know that I've mentioned serious videos today, my delicious little babies, but there's a reason there we are why I do it. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel that there's so many in the Western world. I'm not going to say every single one, but there are so many. It's all material. It's all greed. It's all... But I need to look properly at what is going on. Do you not agree, dear little Kaz?
They do, but they don't.
You know, when ones, I mean, they go to work. I mean, I've known loads. They go to work, they wait for the wage at the end of the month, and then they'll go and buy this F-off flipping, which costs 300 or 400, ka-ching, 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 handbag. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes, okay? but they're not sparing a thought as to where this handbag has truly come from, what it has taken to make it, and who's making it. Nobody spares a thought at that. Do you see? So, very sadly, this is the world that they created. No, I'm not happy about it at all. I'm not happy about it at all. I'm really not. It just disgusts me.
It's a shame.
It is a shame. But that's just how I feel, my little babies. And if I was to wear a ring, I'd wear a wooden one. I'd rather wear a wooden one. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Than wear you know, anything else, my delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay? It's just how I feel. It's really just how I feel. Do you understand what I mean? Because when you look at where everything comes from, you know, it's not so flipping pretty. It's really bad. Do you know what I mean? For one's greed and materialism.
I have wooden earrings. What they call that?
Yeah. I had a wooden ring. I don't know where I put it, actually. It's ever such a pretty little ring. Yeah, a really pretty little ring that was. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go now, Kaz.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, sweet. Okay.
Bye.
Oh, bye. Okay, so we're gonna have to go now, my little beautiful. Sorry, dear little Kaz. We can carry on talking when you come off the, you know, to do with your wooden earrings. Yes. Okay. So so much love to each and every one of you. Please have a super duper time wherever you are in the world. I'm not here to depress anybody. I'm really not. It's just I want ones just to take a closer look at things. Do you see what I mean? And without them realising it, the harm that it's causing others, that's all. Because everybody in the world should be able to prosper, should be able to be happy, have a decent meal, have decent water, you know, but not have to be slave and driven, you know, and end up not even with decent food, decent, what do they call it, sanitisation or anything. Do you know what I mean? And even with these mans, just before a go, it's causing a lot of respiratory problems. So it's causing, what do they call it, tuberculosis and coughs and everything. It's very serious, my delicious little babies, okay? So maybe when you're looking at labels, maybe take a little look and see if it says mica in it, marker. Okay, my delicious little babies, okay? And that's all I have to say, okay? So until my next video to you all, thank you once again so very much for listening, okay? All I like to do is just, there we are, highlight things. I'm simply advertising videos. I do it as a hobby, my delicious little babies. So you just take care now. Love ya. Over and out.